Well, good morning, afternoon, or evening, folks. Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Hudson Land Works. We've been talking about this big job that we've been wanting to go to for a little while now, that we went and quoted last Monday. And it's a big clearing job. If you don't know, it's going to be about 8 days worth of clearing. It's about 20 acres. And well, we're going to go get started on it today. But funny thing is, yesterday we didn't get no footage of it, but we went out to a smaller clearing job, and we were going to try and get that one knocked out before we got on this big one. But some unfortunate things happened, and we got the skid steer stuck, and spent most of the day just going back and trying to get that unstuck with the excavator and all that kind of stuff. But we're gonna go start this big clearing job today. We're gonna go get the bucket and the grapple and get to work. So I'm excited to show you guys everything that we got going on. So we are out here on the job site. We just got here, about to unload the skid steer. Excavator's already here. It's back here in the trees. We hit it yesterday. That's what we're dealing with. This whole lot right here is not hers. We're not doing anything with this lot. Hers actually starts up at the road right there, and there's a marker over here and another one on the other side, and there's a small strip of trees and brush right here that we're going to clear out and on back into the main part, which the property line starts over here on to the left and goes pretty far to the right. But this right here ain't hers. What's cleared right here, what you see, is not hers. So we're gonna clear this starting off and then go on back and keep on rocking and rolling. So we're going to start knocking over some of these trees and working on some of this. Kyle's first day on the mulcher, so we'll see how he does. I needed to get out of his way and let him work a little bit. Gonna walk up and see how Kyle's doing, kind of see what I've got going on here, this little area. I was trying to stay out of his way. He's gonna clear a little bit, and then I'm gonna come in and get the bigger trees behind him, but I didn't want to just sit and wait, so I came down here on the back end to do a little bit. We're gonna have to get a little further back, and we're gonna have to figure out a place where we're gonna stack and burn. Probably gonna build or dig a burn pit to do that. All right, I'm down here with Kyle. He's look, he's making good progress. He's making a lot better progress than I am in that excavator, but I think now I can come up here and get behind him, and I can start pushing some of these trees
and it'll go a whole lot quicker.
Oh yeah.
That's what I was waiting on. Kyle, how's it going? First time to operate that mulcher.
Yeah, the mulcher, it don't play around either.
No. No, it ain't no
good.
Toy. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's going good. I mean, it's just eating through the smaller stuff, and like the bigger stuff is, I mean, it takes a little bit more time, and then you got to go back over it and a couple times, make sure it's all flat and all that good stuff. But
yeah, we want to clear it real good for her. So that mulcher, if you hit some of the bigger trees, it's going to do stuff like this. That disc mulcher does that. So our thought was we'll come through and get the underbrush.
Yeah.
Best we can with it. You're gonna have to get some trees to get through, but then I can come back with the excavator and I'll get these. In fact, I'm gonna work my way up here now and come on behind Kyle and start getting these trees down and stacking. Yeah, and then it'll start looking better. We'll be working our way back.
Yeah, yeah.
One thing I did notice is I got some rods up marking the property line. So
on the edge right here.
Yeah, watch for those when you get to the edge, because
there's one up here, right there on the edge, on the top where we started clearing. I can't remember, it's in that underbrush right there. I can't remember exactly where, but it's over there somewhere.
Well, just watch for it. Most of it's got flags, but I mean, just go slow.
Yeah, I think this one's just got paint orange on the top.
Yeah. And no, these are like rebar.
Okay. Yeah.
Little rebar rods. They're sticking out. And it actually was inside the line a little bit. So I don't know if she's gonna want a buffer on this side anyway, but we'll see. I think clear, maybe keep the buffer on this side.
Yeah.
What I may do for her is I may leave some trees on the outside edge. If there's a couple of nice looking trees.
Yeah, I mean, it's plenty wide enough to get driveway and whatever you down here. I mean, you got that buffer and just those trees on that side.
Well, I think we got to take that big tree out in the center.
Yeah.
All right, we had to stop and replace the batteries. Good time to get a little water anyway. Kyle, we've got the tripod. We're getting some pretty good footage today, so hope that shows up well. We'll see. You never know, but I'm sure Kyle can work his magic.
Yeah, we'll see.
And get something done. But you can kind of see here. I'm gonna turn around. I don't have them. I'm just trying to hold the camera. So these are those trees that we just looked at. It was on that alley, and I'm working down there. Kyle is, you can see a little further down, he's getting all that brush down, and I'm getting these trees. So I think this little strip on the front we're definitely gonna finish today, and we won't get all this cleaned out of here, but we'll get it all down anyway, and then we'll come back once we get us a good spot in the back to burn. Then we'll come get all this and we'll clean this little alley up. So Kyle, anything on your end? Anything you've seen?
No, I mean, most of the big trees are gone, or I mean, there's very few of them back there in the brush, but
yeah, so I get this
everything.
I get this little section right in front of me. It looks like there's not very many for a little while there.
You got one medium-sized oak.
Oh, I see. You got to come back and get this side
here.
I've
got to come back right here and get that side.
Yeah, well, let's walk down and see what we got. Got my leak fixed. I kind of got back in a while ago and it was still leaking. There was another joint that I didn't tighten up. Yeah, there you go. You ought to be able to roll through that.
Yeah. Yep, that's about all.
One tree right there that I'll get, and I may go ahead and get it before you get back up here. There's a big pine tree right in the middle, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to get it, I guess. It's not that big, but I mean, it's got to come out. So
that's probably the biggest tree back there.
yeah, well, I remember seeing it. You're at the spot where I parked last night, I think.
No, I'm a little bit ahead of it, I think. I still got probably another 100 yards to go.
No, you don't have 100 yards to go. You might have
I can't tell
20 or 30 feet.
I thought it was on back.
No, it's not that far. A little bit, not too much. That's just right there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're not far at all. All right, folks. We took about 10 minutes, got us a quick bite to eat, something to drink, and we back at it. I think we'll get this little strip cleared all the way back to where the property opens up today. I hope so anyway, that's our goal. And we'll kind of go from there and see. But Kyle's rocking and rolling with that mulcher. And we're gonna come through and just get up some of these trees now that he left behind. So that's our goal. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna work on it. Sweet gums are like rubber bands. right, we're back. We will see. We'll see if that fixed it.
What's up, everybody? So we got a good bit cleared. I don't know, you can tell here and see like just the before and after. I mean, all that's gone, all those trees that used to look like this. So we got all that cleared. And this is gonna be where the driveway is. It's gonna be our driveway that leads up to the road. We still gotta clear up by the road is. The driveway's gonna come down here, and our house, I think, is gonna be back in this way, and we're gonna clear out all of this. So that's about to get the grapple and get some of these limbs and trunks and stuff that we knocked over, kind of clean this area up. And then after we do that, we're gonna get the bucket and try and grade it out just a little bit.
And welcome to Hudson Land Works. We are back out on this clearing project, day 2, and we just got fueled up and about to get started. Kyle is actually down here, going to clear out a little bit so I can come on in and start pulling trees again. But anyway, it's got another beautiful day. Looks like we're going to have good weather all week, so we should be able to get a lot done out here. And sent some pictures to the property owner last night. She was super excited with progress and everything that she saw out here. So we're going to keep rolling. And we found our markers this morning, so we know exactly where property lines are on this corner that we're working to this morning. And so we're gonna rock and roll. All right, Kyle is up ahead of us, working through the jungle. He's working up there. We just kind of waiting. I was cleaning up a little bit here this morning, just trying to get some of these roots and stuff that were left from yesterday, but we'll come through and do that later. After he kind of clears us a spot, we're going to go in and start pushing trees again. So go on down a little ways and see what he's got. Go ahead.
The bungee cord broke again. Do we have any other solutions? Maybe like a strap or something?
Yeah, we can come up with something. Just come back up to the truck.
Okay.
Well, that issue we were telling y'all about yesterday with the keeping the hydraulic hoses out of the way. We just broke another bungee cord, so we're going to come up with a better solution. It's time to just do something and not keep fooling with that. We'll see what we can do. Get him to meet us back here at the truck. All right, Kyle's headed back to the truck. We're going to come up with something, a better solution for these hydraulic hoses and see what we can do. We were trying to do the bungee cord thing, but it's just not, they're not lasting very long. So we talked about it yesterday, and we should have addressed that this morning, and I wasn't even thinking about it, and he wasn't either. We just got fueled up and rocking and rolling. So let's see what we can come up with. Let me see here. Oh, I got something. That'll work. Ha! See if we can get that to work. That should do it.
So I don't know if you guys have this problem or not, but the hydraulic hoses stick all the way out here, and when you're trying to clear, it gets hung on limbs and brush and trees and stuff. So we kind of have to come up with a little solution. We tried to bungee cord twice. It broke. So I moved it on this thing and on the corner. So take the strap bolts up. I think it'll do a little better than the bungee cord.
Yeah, and I've tried to put them in there, and they just don't. It doesn't work good going in the little keeper either. So I think I saw another video on YouTube. I can't remember the guy's name now, but he was having the same issue, and he had a solution. I need to go back and find it and see what he did.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys have a better solution than this, let us know.
Yeah, the little keeper down here for the hoses is just not that is not a solution for these hoses with the way that they're routed. So anyway, we're gonna try this strap, see how that works. That's kind of out of the way, so
Yeah,
maybe that'll.
It's just when you raise it up, it hits on the nut and this little corner here too. That's why I had it over here, but I don't know if
Still did the same thing.
Yeah. We'll see how this works. I mean,
Well, I could raise it up higher, but then you're up there where you're pushing trees.
yeah.
All right, let's just let's go there.
This and we'll go from there. So.
All right, work our way on back here where Kyle is. We'll see if we can't be on top of it when he is ready for us. Kyle called us. We're gonna go see what he's up to, stop for a few minutes for lunch, grab us a little bite, and get back to it. Hopefully you can see. That's what I did. So we can see daylight now, and this is where he had gone through. This is what I'm working through right now. I may come to this other end and start dropping some and work back towards where I am. Let's see, there he is. See a path. I'm gonna let y'all see this. So, you just doing a straight path?
No, this way, and then I went back this way and back to the left. I felt like I was going diagonal to where that guy was, at a lawnmower.
Okay.
But
Hey,
couldn't really tell.
you're making a good path though.
You kind of get lost back in these woods. You kind of lose sense of direction.
Yeah.
You start going a little bit, and you're like, man, I don't know where I'm at.
I think somewhere back in here is kind of where she wants her house, right in here.
Okay, cool.
I don't know. She said back to the left, so we'll see. Yeah, I think you were making a straight line, buddy. I don't think you were working your way back.
How far back do you think the ditch is from here?
Hey, it's right on the other side of this lady's yard. So, so you're probably
50
not.
yards or so. 50.
It's hard to see. I can't tell exactly where we are. Let me come back to this other front. Yeah, but it's these smaller trees, so you're able to get it. The more you can get, the better we are.
Yeah.
Because like where I am right now, it's
Like a tree like that, I'm not gonna get, but the two behind it, I'll get.
yeah.
Like that.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, see, I can't even see her yard, so you could come back and come through here.
Yeah.
But I can't see it, and it's thick here.
Yeah.
But it's just, I mean, it literally is like right on the other side of, yeah, where it was cleared there. Well, let's kind of, I'll tell you what, let's take this and step it off. And then we look and see how far it was to. So you're 110 feet. You're about halfway, if I remember correctly. Alright, we're out with Kyle. We're gonna go let's go see what he's got going on. Y'all see we got this whole lane cleared here now. All these trees, a big stack of trees. Y'all been watching that, so. Anyway, let's go see what Kyle's got. Did you find the ditch?
Oh yeah, it's cleared a lot by the ditch. Cleared a good bit through there.
All right.
It's a pretty long ways from the ditch this way than it is that way.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yep, it is. So you just got a path going back here, and then
Yeah, I've got kind of zigzags a little bit going back there, but once they're back there, it's a good bit cleared. Just kind of see.
yeah. I guess you need me to come in here and move some trees, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I can come back and get all this smaller stuff. I was just trying to find the ditch back here. And when I did, I just started clearing around it.
Oh yeah.